All right, guys, thanks for downloading the Weight Loss Opt-in. The first topic we're going to talk about is sleep. And the reason for that is because law enforcement officers typically struggle a lot with sleep. And if you don't know the relationship with sleep with weight loss, it's going to be really hard for you to keep that on track and to make sure it's really a priority for you. So if you're lacking sleep, the things that we see the most of is, the first off is you're craving more foods to make you feel better because you don't feel good from sleeping already. And metabolism-wise, you're going to start pulling for these foods. So your insulin sensitivity is also going to drop. So your body's ability to process insulin decreases, which is a very important hormone for the metabolism of simple sugars. So that, and then probably the biggest study that I saw that caused the most concern or raised the most concern for me was that there was a study done on people that got 8.5 hours of sleep compared to the group that got 5.5 hours of sleep. The group that got 5.5 hours of sleep lost the same amount of weight as the group that slept 8.5 hours, but the group that slept 5.5 hours lost 55% less fat than the group that slept 8.5 hours. So what does that mean? If I lost the same amount of weight, but it didn't come from fat, where did it come from? It came from muscle. So like, if the whole purpose of dieting and losing weight is to lose fat and maintain lean muscle mass, I'm gonna totally mess that up by sleeping on average 5.5 hours a night. And that was a 2-week study. That was just 2 weeks. And I imagine there's a lot of people out there that survive off of 5 or 6 hours of sleep on average for majority of their career. So if it's only 2 weeks, could you imagine what would happen if it was 4 weeks or 6 weeks or an entire year or an entire career? Like, you're setting yourself up to have a higher percentage of body fat and less percentage of lean muscle mass with those statistics.